Hi guys, today you're joining me in the kitchen again. I am just making myself a brew, and I'm also going to make a jelly. I'm using the Hartley's sugar-free jelly. I'm going to make an orange one today rather. I'm going to put half a pint of boiling water in my jug, and I'm going to grab my bowl, which is here, and literally all you do is pour the crystals into the bowl. You're going to have to excuse the noise going on. My kitchen is obviously like the main hub of the home. I have my washing machine on, and I have various other bits and pieces going on. Literally pour your crystals in, pour your hot water in, and give it a really good stir until all of the sugar crystals, jelly crystals have dissolved. And then once they have dissolved, all you do is put another half a pint of cold water into your jug and pour that in too and mix it through. And then that is it. You just put it in the fridge, well, wait for it to cool a bit, put it in the fridge and leave it to set. So that's what I am doing at the moment. I've had a fairly productive morning so far. I've been using my whiteboard, which I will show you in just a sec. But yeah, I've got the kids up, done the school run, fed the little one, unloaded and reloaded my dishwasher, loaded the washing machine, cleared the draining board off, washed up various pots and pans, my baking trays and things that I've been using. I had a visit from our youth worker, the kids' youth worker this morning, so I had a quick meeting with her. So yeah, now I'm on to prepping food. So, I'm going to make the jelly for tonight. Oh, little man's just woken up. Bear with me just a second. Alright, so, cold water, half a pint. Add that to your jelly once you're sure that everything's dissolved. Yep, seems to be. And pour that in. Just give it a little mix. And that is it. One jelly. So, I'm not going to put the lid on that just yet, I'll leave that to cool. I am going to take the tea bag out of my tea. Now, normally you guys know that I like my big cups of tea, not any of these little cups. But today I am making an exception because I'm using my inspirational mug. This is what an awesome mum looks like. Now, my mum sent this to me as a surprise gift a while ago, and I really like it. So every now and again I get it out and I use it because, hey, I'm an awesome mum, right? Okay, so here is my board, which you can just about see. So, make a jelly for tonight. Well, we've just done that. So we're going to prep some Slimming World chips. Now, I haven't actually got anything ready for this video. It was a kind of impromptu, yeah, let's do the vlog now. So I'm going to be grabbing things as I go and hoping that it all comes together okay. Big bag of potatoes. Right. Best thing to do, I find, is to just peel them into a bag. Just a rubbish bag. So, in fact, what I think I might do is move my jelly over. Put that over there. Move the board out of the way. See there. just so we've got a bit more space, and because potato peelings I tend to find like flying everywhere. So, gonna grab some spuds. Oh, that's a nice big one. Right, so yeah, my plan was to prep some chips so that they can go in for lunch and or dinner. I hadn't really decided what I wanted to have for dinner, but I figured I've got chicken, mini chicken fillets that I've defrosted, so I need to use those up. So I'm going to make some Slimming World friendly chicken goujons. Strictly speaking, they are only sin-free if you don't mind tweaking smash. A bit like my smash pizza. I know some people are very strict on that. Slimming World want you to sin the smash that you use because you aren't using it specifically as directed. Now, considering the small amount that I will use, personally I will not be sinning it. I will be using it to coat the chicken. You can use other things. You can use your wholemeal bread allowance. Oh! The little man wants to be heard. Yeah, you can use your wholemeal bread allowance. 2 seconds. See, this is real life. This is what happens. Normally have lots of things going on at the same time, and so this is why you're gonna, yeah, this is basically a day in my life, a glimpse into what I do every day, and that normally involves running backwards and forwards to see to the children. Obviously I only had the one child at home with me today because the others are all at school, so I have to make the best use of the time I have before I have to go and do the school run this afternoon. So, as I was saying, chicken goujons, wholemeal breadcrumbs, you can use to coat it. I'm sure I've seen people using things like couscous as well, but again I think that needs to be sinned. Personally, I've never used couscous, so I'm not sure of the sin values on that. You need to check that. But yeah, I'm going to use smash because I know it works, and it's not, even if you were to sin it, I don't think it's all that high, to be honest. Hey, what is it? Oh, you're not a happy boy, are you? Just so you know, he's only actually a few feet away from me. He's just like literally there. But he's obviously not happy because I'm not paying him attention. So I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as I can. I'm going to have to go and see to my wee boy, so I shall be back in a moment. And I'm back. Okay, so get our chopping board and see, remove our potatoes. What I tend to do to make the best Slimming World chips, I get some kitchen roll. So as I am chopping up the chips, I lay them out on my kitchen roll, and that way it helps to absorb some of the wetness of the potatoes, because they are quite wet vegetables, to be fair. I have tried doing kind of French fry style chips before, but they don't seem to work as well. I'm not sure why. I thought they would be like a quicker option, but seemingly not. Now, you can do them in the oven, or you can do what I do and put them in an air fryer. Mine's actually like a combination between an air fryer and a halogen oven. I forget to work out how to do anything else in it, but I know that it does chips quite well. The reason obviously I'm doing these now at like 11:30 is because they do take a little while. Even in the air fryer they take a little while. so get them in nice and early, and then we don't have to wait too long to eat lunch. Now obviously with Slimming World chips, you can also, if you're going to do them in the oven, you can parboil them in advance and spray them with fry light in the freezer bag. So put them into their freezer bag, like in a portion, and then squirt some fry light into the bag to stop them sticking, and yeah, pop them in the freezer. And in that way, if you're wanting chips but you don't have quite so long to faff around with making them and parboiling them and stuff, they've already been parboiled and you can just cook them straight from frozen and they won't take as long. Now obviously, like I said, I'm going to do some Slimming World chips, and I'm going to do some homemade Goujons, both nice and easy but do require some prep work, so that's why I wanted to get that out of the way while I have the time. The weekend has been quite manic, as they generally are. I've not been too bad with my food. On Friday night I managed to resist the offer of cider and donuts and chocolate and crisps and all sorts of other things that I was being tempted with. I managed to resist, so I'm quite proud of myself for that. I did have a bit of a cheat meal over the weekend, but you know, as long as I'm good for the rest of the week, as has been proved in previous weeks, should be okay. Now, as I told you, I'm aiming for another £3 off this week, because even if I don't get the £3 off, hopefully I will get the £1 off that I need to get my 2.5 stone award. And you never know, if I get more than £1 off, then that's a bonus, because that's another £1 off towards my 3 stone award. Must remember to drink the tea while it's hot. Right, so have my chips all chopped up. If you can see those just about. I'm just going to get some more kitchen roll and lay it over the top and just press it down to again absorb some of the moisture from the top of the chips. There we go. Right, put the rest of the potatoes away. Grab my fry light out of the cupboard because we'll be needing that. I do feel sometimes that I ramble, and I don't know if you guys get bored of that. I'm sorry if you do. As I said, these vlogs aren't actually really scripted or really planned in any particular way. I like to be able to just talk to you guys as if you were here in my kitchen with me. This is my air fryer. Usually sits in the other corner of my kitchen, but seeing as I'm still working in that corner of the kitchen, I'm going to move it over here for now. Hopefully it won't cause too many problems. Now, as you'll see, when I turn it on, it's a halogen light as well, and it gets extremely hot and it's quite bright, so I have to be careful not to look at it very much. But anyway, I'll turn it on to warm up. As you'll see, it's glowing away. Ah! He's not upset, by the way. That's him just like talking and singing to me. Hi! So yeah, I'll leave that to warm up for a few minutes, and obviously leave the potatoes out to dry, and I'll come back in just a sec. Right, so while that's warming up, I've just got the basket tray thing out of it, and I'm going to start arranging the chips onto it. I don't think there's any particular way of doing it. Literally just try and put them out in a single layer if you can. Obviously if you're wanting to cook more than that, which I normally end up doing, then it's just a case of making sure that while they're cooking, every 10 minutes or so you give them a good shake, turn them over, move them around. What I tend to find with this particular air fryer is that the ones around the edge will start to cook and crisp up before the ones in the middle, so it's just a case of having to keep moving them around. So any that are looking a bit anemic, move them around to the outside, and any that are cooking nicely, you can move into the middle. Right. One thing to bear in mind, now I know it goes without saying really that as these things are cooking, they get extremely hot. Now, if you're like me and your brain runs at like 100 miles an hour all of the time and you're just thinking about a whole ton of stuff when you're cooking, well, see, when it comes time to take them out and to you know, move them around and stuff, while it's okay to take the basket out to rearrange them, don't do what I did and use the tongs provided to lift the basket out, put it somewhere heat-proof, and to rearrange all of your stuff till you're happy with it, and then go to pick it up with your hands, because you end up burning your thumb, and it's really quite painful. Yes, when I did that the other day, I did happen to say a few choice words that I won't repeat, because this is a family show. Yeah, just take care and use the tongs provided, because I really wouldn't wish that kind of burn and pain on anybody. So once you've got your chips in your basket, what you want to do is grab your fry light. At the moment I'm using the extra virgin olive oil one. Don't know how rude, I just got interrupted by a phone call. I'm very inconsiderate of them to phone me when I'm doing my vlog. But yeah, you can use any of the fry lights. The garlic one's quite nice too. It depends what you're cooking, but and give them a good coating. Yes, do you want some chippies too? Yes, do you want some chippies? I think he does. He likes my chips. Right. So you give them a good squirt. You can put on as much of the stuff as you want, really. Right. Using your tongs. Okay, and we're pretty much at temperature now, so you shall put those in there. Okay, and I'm going to put that on for about 10 minutes, and I've got it set at, it's at about 210, 215 degrees, and yeah, every 10 minutes or so you need to turn them over, and they'll take about half an hour-ish. Again, it depends on how big you cut your chips up, but at least that's them done now. They just need to be turned and checked on. Good cup of tea. Right. There for refilling soon. Next, chicken fillets. These are mini chicken fillets, sorry. What we're going to do is, see, this is where I should have been prepared really. We need two bowls. Ah! I know the feeling! It's that Monday morning feeling! Right, so, into one, we're going to crack an egg, and we're going to give it a quick whisk. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, give it a quick whisk. But 1 egg doesn't look very much. I might actually just throw a second one in for good measure, and because I have plenty of eggs. So yeah, basically all the eggs is for is to help the smash stick to the chicken. So just give it a quick whisk. Don't really need to do anything else with that. And we're also going to need smash. So into your other bowl, not the one with the egg in it, pour some smash. It's kind of guesswork. There's quite a few fillets in there though, so mind you, we'll not put too much in because we can always add some more as we need it. What I will do next, what have we got? We've got, alright, stick a bit of salt in. We're going to stick some onion come on, onion granules, what's wrong with you? I don't know, what's happened to my onion granules? They're all stuck together. Let's try pouring it out of the big side. Famous last words. Oh no, that's never happened before. Oh, there we go. Stick my finger in it, it'll be fine. Right. So, some onion granules in. I think I've kind of like become addicted to these onion granules and the garlic granules. I seem to put them in like just about everything these days. So some garlic granules. Stick in a few mixed herbs. I'm really not a kind of herby person, but it does give it a bit of flavour. So yeah, just twiddle them through. So next you want to prep a baking tray. Yeah, baking parchment. It's great because nothing sticks to it. I need to get some more. I'm running low on that. Probably because I keep using it. Again, quick squirt of fry light on your pan because the last thing you want is your chicken goujons to stick to it. Wouldn't be very nice. Right. And now. We are going to take your mini fillet, place it into the egg. In fact, you can do a few of these at a time, it makes it a whole lot quicker. So just stick 3 or 4 in. Also, it kind of depends how big they are, but right. So yeah, just give them a swirl around in the egg. Now do remember to have your baking tray ready before you start doing this because obviously it's a rather mucky job. So once you've coated them in egg, that's when you bring them over to the other bowl and coat them in your smash mixture. They don't have to be like really coated, it's something just to give them a bit of crunch and kind of make yourself believe that you're having chicken goujons. So yeah. So hopefully I've got what, about 2 minutes till the timer goes off. Should be fine because none of them are catching yet, although they are beginning to look really nice. So that's always a good sign. And obviously all of the herbs and things that they've added to the smash mixture, it just gives you a nice kind of, just gives you a bit of flavour, because otherwise obviously they're all a bit bland and don't really taste it much. See, what I'm thinking is I'll have some of these with my lunch and then chill the rest of them for later, and maybe have the rest of them with my dinner. Obviously once they've been cooked, that is. I don't think storing them in their eggy, mashy mixture before cooking would be that great an idea. So you see the light goes on and off on my halogen cooker as it cooks. Not quite sure why. Something to do with the temperature, I think, so that it stays at the right temperature all the time. But yeah, I'm trying to rush to get these done because the goujons will take about 20 minutes in the oven. That's fine. It should work out quite well. Right. With my free hand, that's not all covered in chickeny guck, I'm going to put my oven at about 200 degrees to start heating up. That can go on for a couple more minutes while I'm just finishing these, and then we'll turn them over. See, it's all about multitasking. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I suck at it. 3 more to do. See, and these goujons are good for the kids as well, because at the end of the day they're just chicken and mashed stuff, and if you don't tell them that they're healthy, then they'll probably eat them, because you know what kids are like. I mean, my son, he's 8, and he will eat chicken in pretty much any form, as long as it's a burger, a nugget, a goujon, and a scallop, anything like that, unless you give him roast chicken. Actual, just normal, nice, fresh chicken. He'll be like, no, I'm not eating that. What's that? Really? Roast chicken. And he turns his nose up at it. Honestly, doesn't know what's good for him, that boy. But there we go. Right, on to the last one. There we go. And there's still like tons of the mix left, so totally put too much in to begin with. You don't need that much, and that's what I mean when I say that the sins will be fairly low. It's because you really don't actually use that much. And so, I will try and move you so that you can see the chicken goujons. There you go. They look right, don't they? So, we pop those in the oven, like I say, 200 degrees-ish for, well, we'll check them in sort of 10 minutes, turn them round, give them another 10 minutes, that should be fine. We need to turn over our lovely chippies that are looking very nice. It's kind of handy having the timer on this because obviously we know how long we've got to go for the chicken. What is it? Noisy boy. Right. Now, very carefully, you just want to turn them over. Obviously, the ones in the middle have barely started cooking. It's not the easiest job because even with this metal tray thing, they still, this metal basket, they do tend to kind of stick. They're not ready yet! You'll get chippies when they're done! So impatient! I want to see if I can maybe get a deeper basket. I know that some of the air fryers have like almost like a deep frying basket, chip basket, which would probably be better because they wouldn't all like fall over the side. Sorry, just nearly knocked you off your stand again. Right, so once you've turned them over, another squirt of fry light. Lid back on. We're going to put them back on for another 12 minutes-ish. And I'll come back in a bit to show you how I'm getting on with it all. And I'm back. Okay. The chips have been on for another 12 minutes. So if I can find, there we go, my tongs. I don't need them. Wait. So I'm going to turn these over again. Well, they're starting to look good now. And I'm also going to make, well, I was going to make some low-sin coleslaw to go with my chicken goujons and my chips. However, on going to the fridge, I realised that I don't actually have any carrots, so my coleslaw is going to be red and white cabbage coleslaw without the carrots, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm sure it will still be fine. And at the end of the day, red and white cabbage are speed foods, so it'll all be good. Enough of the waffle. Squirty, squirty, squirty. And on for another 12 minutes or so. Let's make some coleslaw. Basically all it's going to be, like I said, is white cabbage and red cabbage. Normally I would have some fresh carrots in the fridge, or I would have like a bag of grated carrot. You know what, when I turn the camera off and I stop talking, the wee man stops making a noise too. It's almost like he knows that the camera's on, and he knows that I'm talking, but I'm not talking to him, so he gets annoyed at me. But we're nearly done, and I'm sure he will forgive me once he's got a yummy plate of chicken nuggets and chips. It's easier if you just grate it straight into the bowl, so just grab your grater. Normally you'd put less of the red cabbage, you'd put about half quantity wise of red cabbage that you would of white cabbage. I mean, obviously it's entirely up to you, but what you will find, if you grate too much red cabbage, you'll end up with purple coleslaw, which is kind of groovy and it still tastes perfectly nice. It just doesn't look like normal coleslaw. So I'm not going to put too much of the red cabbage in. And why is it called red cabbage? Because that's not red. It's just like red onions. They're not red, they're purple. Why are they not called purple onions and purple cabbage? I think we should change the rules. So, grate lots of the white cabbage in. Easier said than done when it's a really big cabbage. Do as best you can. What I think I might do is add an apple. So I'm going to quickly, she says quickly, I'm going to peel an apple with my peeler that doesn't want to peel it. And literally all I'm going to do, try not to cut myself, is grate some of the apple into the coleslaw, because at the end of the day it's another speed food. It will add a little bit of sweetness to the coleslaw, and I'm sure it'll be nice. Can't go wrong with speed foods, right? Close enough. Right. So we'll just grate some of that in as well. Trying not to get the peel in, but you know, I'm sure if a little bit sneaks in, we'll live. We need, scrape off the grater, get all your veggies in. Also, actually, at this point, I'm going to double check the chicken goujons. Woo! Free facial. Right. Oh, they're coming along nicely. So we'll just spin them over. So that's all good. Right. So with your mayo mix, coleslaw mix rather, sorry, you've got your white cabbage, your purple cabbage, and your apple. I'm still using this one at the moment. Next time I'm going to get the lighter than light one. I'm also still trying to find somewhere that sells the Walden Farm mayo. I'm going to have the tomato ketchup one from them coming soon. I'm going to be ordering. But unfortunately, Muscle Food don't do the mayo one. But this one is 2 sins per tablespoon. So let's see how far we can make it stretch. Alright, 1 tablespoon. I think we'll go for 2 tablespoons. Two tablespoons in. Grab a fork. Give it a good mix through. Yeah, see, because I've put quite a lot of red cabbage in, my coleslaw is going to be purple. But you know what? It'll taste good and it's healthy and it'll add a bit of colour to my plate. See, look at that! I don't know how well that's actually showing up with the light behind it, but yeah, actually purple. Right, so we've got our coleslaw and our chicken's doing well. That'll need another 5-10 minutes. The chips are starting to look really nice and golden brown now, which is good. The jelly is away in the fridge to set, so I'm going to put the kettle back on. I'm going to refill my cup and get my cup of tea ready for enjoying with my lunch. So, I shall come back in 5-10 minutes once all these bits and pieces are all ready, and I shall show you what it all looks like. Welcome back. Okay, so I think everything is pretty much done. I've taken the goujons out of the oven. I've cut the chunkiest one in half just to double check that it's cut through, and they're fine. My chips are nice and golden brown. So now I'm just going to dish it all up. Some yummy looking chippies. Yes, the chippies are done. Some in for my wee man. See, and because these are nice and healthy, I don't feel bad about letting my little man have some. Because obviously if it was like chips from the chip shop or like, you know, deep fried stuff, then I don't think I'd really want him to have it because they're all like dripping in fat and stuff. But these are much nicer. Now I'm not going to dish up all of these. I'm going to dish up some and then maybe have some more later on. Dish up the goujons. Yes, it's coming, son. It's coming. So again, I'm going to have a few and then save some for later on. I do try to present my food in a way that looks appealing. Sometimes I don't bother and I just kind of dump it all on my plate, but you know, I have to make an effort because I think, you know, it is nicer when your food looks good. You're more likely to eat more of it and enjoy more of it. Right. Stick some coleslaw on. I'm not sure if the little man will like coleslaw. I'll maybe give him some off of my plate just to try. And again, I'll leave some of that and pop that in a box and in the fridge for later. I'm hoping with the apple and that in it, it'll be quite nice. Let me show you what we have. So there we have it. Lunch for me and the little man. Slimming World chips, Slimming World friendly chicken goujons, and Slimming World friendly coleslaw. Now the only sins on my plate are the 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise that went into the coleslaw. So that actually equates to 4 sins. However, that's going to be split over 2 meals, so it's not too bad. And obviously, if you should feel so inclined, the smash that was used to coat the chicken goujons. Although, as I say, personally, I'm not going to sin them, but obviously that is entirely up to you if you want to do so. So there we go. I am off to enjoy my lunch with my little man, and I shall catch up with you guys in a bit.
Isn't he just the cutest little boy you have ever seen in the whole wide world? Say hi. Hi. This is my little wee man. He's the one that was making all the noise when Mummy was cooking. Weren't you? Yes. But you had your chippies, didn't you? And your chicken goujons. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Ha.
And back to me. Okay, my battery is near enough run out now, so I just wanted to come and wrap up the video for today. I just wanted to show you on my list, if we can get that in the right place. I did all of the things that I had on my list. Obviously this afternoon I've done the school run, I've had lunch, I've hung the washing out, I've already started to edit the vlog that I've recorded so far. And I've got a couple of jobs left on there for later on today, doing the dishwasher, obviously bringing in my washing and putting dinner on for the kids. After that, it's basically going to be shower time, teeth brushing, bedtime routine and all that jazz. So if you've managed to watch the video all the way through, thanks for sticking with me, that's great. And basically, I will see you tomorrow. I will record another vlog tomorrow, and I promise it won't involve me doing lots of housework and ranting and raving at you about things in my kitchen. Hope you're having a great day, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up below. If you would like to see more recipe ideas, how-to videos, live cook-alongs, cleaning and organising tips and much more, then please click that subscribe button and you will be notified each time I upload a fabby new video. Until next time, my friends.